That's how you do smoked brisket mac and cheese, Elite BBQ Smoker style right there. And don't that look good? Today I'm going to share with you one of our most requested side items when we do any type of catering or social function, and that's smoked brisket mac and cheese. I'm going to show you the entire process we do from start to finish. So let's get to prepping so we can get to cooking. Now we're going to start taking our butter and everything else in a cast iron skillet and start making our roux for our mac and cheese. So I got my stick of butter here. This is Kerry Gold salted butter. I put it in my pan. I'm going to lock it down and turn it on. And let's back it back up a little bit, medium heat right here. This thing here can get really hot. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to take my butter and just start breaking it down. Once it starts melting down, I'll start adding my flour into it and making our roux. And then we'll come back in there, we add the other ingredients to it to kind of give that flavor to it. But that's what we're going to do right now. So we just kind of keep stirring this around. Now, because of me, Elite BBQ Smokers, we got Wagyu tallow. Add a little bit to the pan. I think this gives a heck of a good flavor to it. And we're doing brisket, so why not? So I'm going to take my butter and just kind of keep moving it around. What you'll know here with the European butter, you start seeing it start sizzling like this. If you don't use like European butter, it'll start having more splatter. What that is, that's the water kind of boiling out of there, kind of getting away from the oil, because the oil's cooking, melting down. So that when you see the splatter of butter, it's that water content in there. That's why you go with the European butters. It's got a lower water content and higher oil fat ratio. All right, so we gotta turn this down just a hair. Start adding a little bit of flour to it. Now I've got about a half a cup of flour. I'm not gonna add this much flour. What I'm gonna do is add enough flour right here so our mixture kind of solidifies and makes a roux out of it. So I'm gonna keep doing a little bit at a time. That's all I'm doing is just using this right here as a roux and breaking everything down and just mixing it in. You just go a little bit by a little bit. You ain't got to be in a hurry. So I just want to make it see it's getting a little thicker and thicker and thicker. That's the whole process with the flour, just kind of thicken this roux up a little bit. We're about a quarter cup into it right now. A little bit more. So we started with a half cup. We are at right now, ladies and gentlemen, I can find the thing. A little more than a quarter cup. We got a little more to go in here. I'll probably end up putting about a quarter cup in here. Make sure you get the edges. Always run around the edges here, because sometimes they get left out. They feel alone. We don't want them to feel alone in life. I'm gonna come in here. I'm gonna start kind of adding a little bit of my milk. This is whole milk. I got a half a cup of whole milk. I'm at about a quarter of it right now. And this is a heavy cream. I'll mix that in. Turn my heat down some more. Just kind of breaking it down. You see it thickening it really well now. That milk's just kind of getting solidified there. Let's turn this here off. Let the cast iron pot do its thing. Making our roux, so I'm gonna add the rest of my milk to it. Kind of just solidified a little bit. Now you can see it breaking down good right there. Now I'm gonna come in here, I'm gonna take some of my seasoning here. This is my SPG Seasoning. We'll have this out on the market pretty soon. But salt, pepper, garlic. Come across top of it a little bit and mix this in. So now I'm gonna come right here, I'm gonna take some of my Velveeta cheese. And this is 8 ounces of Velveeta, half a cup. So I'm gonna take it, turn my heat back on, let it start melting down some, just spread it out. I don't necessarily need my Velveeta melted all the way down. I just want to kind of get a little bit more creamy so when I can put my noodles in there, it'll stir in a little bit. When I put it in a smoker, it's going to really melt into it good. I just kind of bring it down just a little bit. I got my smoker set for 400 degrees. So when I put this in there, it's going to be hot pan. It's going to go in there and be hot. So it's not going to take a long time to cook, about 25, 30 minutes. But again, I'm going to look at it till I get my golden color on top of it when we're cooking. All right, cut the heat off again. So now I'm going to start taking my noodles and just dump them in here. Take my whisk and just spreading it out some. Kind of want to get all my noodles inside my little roux we got. So our pasta right here we use, we've got al dente. What that means is basically it's been cooked but not completely cooked. That way we do a pasta, it don't overcook it, turn to mush. So anytime you're doing pasta, make sure you do that. Now I'm gonna take it right here. I'll take a little bit of Worcestershire right here and go on top of it. I'll take my brisket. This is smoked brisket we have from the previous cook here. I'll leave a video link to this. We're gonna take it and dump it. I'm gonna mix it all in just a second, but I wanna put this in here to start with, like this. I'm gonna come here, I'm gonna get my cheese, a little cheese grater. It'll set right here. We're gonna come here and just grate some cheese in it. Now I'm gonna take it, the thing, and start mixing in some more. Get it all mixed in very well. Come back over top of it and do some more cheese. I'm use all of this cheese since I got it until my fingers won't start getting hit. Then we're gonna quit. Oops. That didn't make it in, did it? Now I'm gonna set this in the smoker here. Like I said, we're at 400 degrees. We're at 450 right now. I'm gonna set this in the smoker. I'm gonna let it cook about 10 minutes. Then we keep checking on it. Let's get this bad boy in the grill. Get this party started. Nice and heavy. We would like to thank today's sponsor, and that's Lewis Home Services. If you're interested in coming to the Myrtle Beach, Grand Strand area, and you're looking for someone to take care of all your vacation needs, check out Lewis Home Services. Contact information down below, and they're looking forward to hearing from you. Hey, welcome back. So it's been about 20 minutes here. Rectech's up at 450 degrees. So this brisket mac and cheese, it looks done. I just checked it. I'm gonna pull the bad boy out. Let's see what it looks like. This is gonna be fun. Now, anytime you cook in cast iron in a Rectech and you go in at 450 degrees, remember this pan is mighty hot. So it is crazy hot, so keep that in mind. Turn this bad boy here off and let it rest a while. That's how you do smoked brisket mac and cheese, Elite BBQ Smoker style right there. And don't that look good? This is gonna be fun. We took our smoked brisket mac and cheese, carried it inside here. It's been resting about an hour and a half here, not quite 2 hours. So we had time for all that moisture and juices kind of to absorb back up into the pasta, and this here's gonna be really good. So we're gonna slice this bad boy up and see what it tastes like. I'm excited about this. So I'm gonna take my knife and come right down the middle and make me a couple pies. Little pie shape, right, you know? Oh, let's get my knife right here. Just look at that right there. Oh, that thing looks good. Look at the cheese, man. It's holding the pasta up. It's holding the brisket up. We got brisket, mac and cheese being held up by cheese. Look at that. Isn't that crazy? You look at this slice right here. Excuse me, look at this forkful. I got brisket. I got the cheese, the pasta, everything together. It's really nice and creamy in there. And all that oil that was in there, just the pasta absorbed it right up in there. I want to taste this thing. I know it's going to be good. Let's taste it. Let's see what it tastes like. I'm ready. You ready? I'm ready. I'm going to taste it. Holy cow. That is absolutely phenomenal. Listen, like I said, this is our most requested recipe for our sides. And the reason for it is because it's that good. It is dang good. And it's not hard. It's pretty simple. But cooking this thing in a cast iron pot, this cast iron pan right here, and that Rectech just brought it to a whole nother level. I mean, look at it. It's not thick, it's thin. But the flavor is just wham, slam you to it. All that cheese nice and melted, got nice and crusty right on top of it. You can touch it, man. Listen to this. You hear that? All that cheese is nice and crusty and caramelized, man. You don't get no better than that right there. That's how you do brisket mac and cheese, Elite BBQ Smoker style right there, every day of the week. And it's dang good. So with that being said, we're gonna go inside and eat us some lunch. We're gonna say the blessing. But before we do that, we gotta let Miss Dolly try. And she is right here staring at me, pure tea, drooling for this. She's had this before, so she knows what's coming. You want some of this, girl? Dolly, you want some of this? Come on, I'll give you some good ones, some brisket and everything in it. Come on. Here. Sit. Come on, come on. Sit. You ready for this? Dolly, you want this? You want it? All right, girl. Come on. Dolly liked it. I reckon Dolly liked it. You would too. And I say the blessing. Let's go inside and eat lunch. Lord, bless food by its seed. Just I pray. Amen. Michelle's really excited about this. Hey, oh, by the way, before I leave here, do me a favor. Give us a thumbs up. If you haven't yet, subscribe to our channel. Leave a comment down below. Let us know what you think about it. If you try this recipe, hashtag us in it and let us know how it turns out. Also, don't forget to follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Thank you for watching. We really appreciate it. That's the whole goal of Elite BBQ Smoker is to share ideas and share recipes, and we're trying our best. So, see you next time. Appreciate it. Let's go eat lunch. I'll get another bite. 2 bites. Good Lord have mercy. Seriously, try this recipe out. You won't be sorry. I promise you that. Pre-done. Not quite done, but just a little bit. I think it's a la carte. Well, I got English. I didn't do Latin. That being stated here, that's French. Shit. Al dente? No, al dente. Al dente? This is al dente, ladies and gentlemen. What we do here at al dente style pasta, ladies and gentlemen, this is al dente pasta. Anytime you're doing brisket mac and cheese or mac and cheese in general, you need to do the al dente. The al dente is the way to go. So that being stated, let's get to cooking. All right, so what we're gonna do right here, to let you know what we've already done, we've got our pasta al dente. What that means is basically we almost cooked it to level on the So what we got right here, I got to say it some.
There you go.